I have a catnip body, and I'm at the school's gorgeous, obsessive catgirl. Everyone else's youth is about confessions, dates, and first kisses. But my youth is spent being chased by catgirls, sniffed by catgirls, and catgirls even fight over who gets to sniff me first. My superpower sounds pretty cool. I am irresistibly attractive to felines. Sounds like a winning setup, right? Until you actually experience it. 3 cats cornering me in an alley on my way to school, forcibly inhaling my scent, or getting pinned to a wall by a transfer student catgirl between classes. Help! What kind of nightmare-level power-up is this? I am Fang's you. 18 years old. Just an ordinary student, but I have a secret no one knows. I have a catnip body. That cool sounding term has actually brought me endless trouble. Simply put, my body gives off a scent that is incredibly alluring to felines. I am walking catnip. Since childhood, stray cats have seen me and crazily rubbed against me. Once, at the zoo, even a tiger behind glass showed an unusual interest in me. I was so scared I nearly wet my pants. After school, Mom would frown as she picked up my backpack. Fang's you. Why is there cat fur on your backpack again? Maybe it stuck to me when I passed a pet store. I took the backpack guiltily. I did not dare tell her that 3 stray cats had surrounded me again today. Humans can barely notice this condition, but to felines, including the legendary cat spirits, it is utterly irresistible. At this point, you might ask, how do I know cat spirits exist? Because I met the transfer student, Shen Bulan. That was when I learned my condition could bring me this kind of romantic luck. It was an ordinary Monday morning. As usual, I rushed into class right on the bell. Our homeroom teacher, Ms. Lin, stood beside the podium. Beside her was a girl I had never seen before. Class, quiet down. We have a new student joining our class today. Please welcome her. Every boy in class instantly lit up. The girl beside Ms. Lin had silky shoulder-length black hair. Her skin was so fair it seemed almost translucent. Her features were delicate, like a porcelain doll's. Most striking were her amber eyes. They gleamed strangely in the sunlight. Hello, everyone. My name is Shen Bulan. I look forward to getting along with you. Her voice was bright and pleasant, yet carried a subtle languidness. Shen Bulan is just transferred from S-City. Make sure to look after our new classmate. Ms. Lin scanned the classroom. Shen Bulan, sit beside Fang's you. There is an empty seat there. My heart skipped a beat. The only empty seat in class was indeed beside me. But I never imagined a girl gorgeous enough to be the school beauty would sit beside an ordinary guy like me. Shen Bulan walked toward me with light steps. As she drew closer, I noticed her nose twitch slightly. Her amber pupils suddenly widened. You. She stood before me, her expression suddenly strange. Before I could react, Shen Bulan suddenly pounced on me. Meow. The whole class erupted. She knocked me back into my chair. Like a cat, she rubbed against the hollow of my neck. A contented purr rumbled from her throat. My face instantly burned to my ears. I could clearly feel her soft body and the faint jasmine scent in her hair. As Shen Bulan, I froze, completely at a loss. She suddenly seemed to realize how improper she was being. She sprang away from me. Her cheeks were crimson. Sorry. My blood sugar is a little low. Ms. Ling coughed awkwardly. Shen Bulan, would you like to go to the nurse's office? And no need. Shen Bulan nervously smoothed her hair. She quickly took the seat beside me, never daring to look at me. During break, I went to splash water on my face and calm down. As I reached the corner of the hall, a force dragged me into an unused clubroom. Bang! The door slammed shut. Shen Bulan pinned me against the wall. Her amber eyes gleamed in the dim room. She questioned me in a low voice, her tone laced with curiosity. Who are you? Really? I am just an ordinary student. I stammered. Her nose moved close to me again, twitching several times. Impossible. Your scent is too strange. I cannot control myself around it. Then it finally hit me. You are a cat spirit. How do you know? Shen Bulan instantly turned wary. I sighed. I decided to come clean. Because I have a catnip body. It has a special pull on felines. All my life, every kind of cat has bothered me. But you are the first to react this strongly. Shen Bulan's eyes widened further. Then understanding dawned on her face. A catnip body. No wonder I want to rub against you whenever I get close. Her tone suddenly turned dangerous. So, you deliberately sat beside me? I am innocent. Ms. Lin assigned the seats, and I did not know you were a cat spirit. I hurriedly raised my hands in surrender. Shen Bulan stared at me for several seconds, as if judging whether I was lying. Then she suddenly relaxed. A sly smile appeared on her face. Then you are my personal catnip. Before I could react, she pounced again. This time, it was deliberate. She clung to me like a big cat. Her cheek rubbed back and forth against my chest. I flailed, trying to push her away, but I did not dare use too much force. Hey, let go of me. No. Just a little longer. You smell too good. Shen Bulan, we are at school. I warned her in a low voice. Call me Buyu. She lifted her face. Her eyes narrowed into crescents. A satisfied smile curled her lips. At that moment, I had to admit it. This cat spirit school beauty was kind of cute. That was how Shen Bulan and I reached a strange agreement. I would let her sniff me occasionally. In exchange, she would protect me from other feline spirits. I spoke in surprise. There are other cat spirits at school. Of course. That red-haired senior girl is a leopard spirit. 2 of the cafeteria ladies are old cat spirits, and she suddenly stopped. Wariness flashed in her eyes as she looked toward the door. Someone is coming. Shen Bulan had been playing with the hem of my shirt. The doorknob turned. Shen Bulan instantly leaped away from me. She pretended to organize club paperwork. What are you two doing here? It was our class president, Wang Xiaojia. Seeing his puzzled face, I quickly improvised. We are discussing club recruitment. Club recruitment? What club? Wang Xiaojia looked at us suspiciously. I was speechless. I had no idea how to answer. Beside me, Shen Bulan patted my shoulder. Without changing expression, she said, "The Cat Research Club. We are very interested in feline behavior." Wang Xiaojia made an odd face. Our school has a club like that. It is newly established. Shen Bulan smiled. Her smile was so sweet that no one could question her. After Wang Xiaojia left, I let out a long breath. You can lie without even blushing. A basic cat spirit skill. She winked smugly. Then she leaned in to sniff me again. But seriously, you smell amazing. Stop. Our agreement says 5 minutes a day. Maximum. I pressed a hand to her forehead, keeping her from getting closer. She pouted and muttered that I was stingy, but she obediently stepped back. Over the following days, Shen Bulan and I formed a strange symbiotic relationship. Every morning, she would recharge whenever no one was around. That meant hugging me and rubbing against me a while. In return, she really did keep plenty of trouble away from me. Once, a stray cat spirit tried to follow me home. One look from Shen Bulan scared it away. Another time, a cat spirit cafeteria lady tried to give me extra food, but Shen Bulan stopped her too. Shen Bulan dragged me away in a huff. They just want to take advantage of you. A catnip body is far too precious to cats. It cannot be wasted. So, to you, I am just a resource too. For some reason, I felt a little disappointed. Shen Bulan froze for a moment. Then she wore a rare, serious expression. Not entirely. Being with you feels nice. She lowered her head, softly playing with the ends of her hair. My heart suddenly began to race. As time passed, I realized Shen Bulan was not as aloof as she seemed. Instead, she had a feline's natural playfulness and curiosity. She often did things that left me laughing helplessly. One day during lunch break, I found her curled up asleep on the windowsill. She looked exactly like a cat basking in the sun. Another time, she spotted a butterfly in the hallway. She actually pounced on it by instinct, only to crash into the passing dean of students. The dean collected himself and adjusted his glasses. Shen Bulan, mind your behavior. Sorry, sir. She lowered her head, her ears bright red. Once the dean was far away, I could not help laughing. Ha, ha, ha. You really are. Shut up. Embarrassed and angry, she stomped on my foot, though not hard. Gradually, I began looking forward to every interaction with Shen Bulan. The way she acted cute, the way she got angry, even her silly side, all seemed adorable to me. One day, a month later, Shen Bulan mysteriously pulled me onto the rooftop. I want to show you something. As she spoke, her ears suddenly twitched. Wait, ears? My eyes widened. Atop her head, a pair of fluffy black cat ears suddenly appeared. They gently twitched as she smiled. Why your ears? They only show when I am especially relaxed. When I am with you, I cannot control them. She smiled a little shyly, as if compelled. I reached out and touched her cat ears. The soft, fluffy touch made my heart tremble. Mew. Shen Bulan let out a pleased sound. Unconsciously, she rubbed the top of her head against my hand. At that moment, I felt my heart was about to leap from my chest. She suddenly looked straight into my eyes. Thanks you. I think Senior Shen Bulan, a syrupy voice suddenly interrupted her. We turned at the same time. A petite girl stood at the rooftop entrance. She had a head of fluffy golden brown curls. She was staring at us excitedly. More precisely, she was staring at me. Shen Bulan instantly became wary. Her cat ears pricked up alertly. By Ningbing? What are you doing here? I heard you were hiding a treasure up here, senior. The girl named by Ningbing skipped closer, her nose twitching constantly. That is the scent. It smells amazing. She suddenly pounced on me. She was too fast for me to react. In an instant, a soft body wrapped around me. By Ningbing rubbed against me like a kitten too. Meow. That feels so good. By Ningbing, let him go. Shen Bulan yanked By Ningbing off me. Then she stepped in front of me, pulled away. By Ningbing pouted in displeasure. Why? You are so selfish. Senior, such wonderful catnip should be shared. He is mine. Shen Bulan blurted it out. Then she realized what she had said. Her face immediately flushed red. By Ningbing blinked her big eyes and giggled. Oh, you like him, senior? That is not what I meant. I mean, he is my personal catnip. Then, can I borrow him? Just for a little while. No. Shen Bulan refused without hesitation. By Ningbing puffed out her cheeks, then had an idea. Cheapskate. Then let us compete fairly. We will see who he likes more. Caught between the two cat girls, I could not get a word in. By Ningbing suddenly turned to me. Her eyes sparkled. Fangs you. I am cuter than Senior Shen Buyu, right? My fur is softer too. A pair of golden brown cat ears appeared atop her head as well. She deliberately gave them a wiggle. By Ningbing, do not tempt him. Shen Buyu was so angry that her tail appeared. Wait, a tail. Only then did I notice. A black cat tail had somehow appeared behind Shen Buyu. It stood straight up, bristling. Wow, Senior. Your tail is out too. You really do like him, huh? Bai Ningbing watched the scene with great interest. Then she grinned mischievously at Shen Buyu. Why you? You. Mortified and angry, Shen Buyu grabbed my hand. Fang's you. We are leaving. She pulled me quickly off the rooftop. Bai Ningbing called after us. See you tomorrow, Fang's you. Back in the classroom, Shen Buyu was still fuming. Her cat ears and tail had not gone away. I tugged her sleeve and quietly reminded her. Your tail. Only then did she realize. She hurriedly hid her tail, but her cat ears remained. It is all Bai Ningbing's fault. She is a cat spirit too. Yes, a ragdoll cat. She uses her pretty fur to flirt with everyone. I could not help laughing. Are you jealous? Who is jealous? Not me. I just do not like others touching my things. Shen Bai's face turned red again. Seeing her like that, I decided to tease her. Your things? And no, I mean, watching her panic, I suddenly found it amusing. So I am your personal catnip. Yes, personal. Do not let Bai Ningbing touch you. She grabbed my arm and stared at me seriously. That depends on how you behave. Shen Buyu paused, then narrowed her eyes. You are becoming naughty. Then she suddenly leaned in. She gently bit my neck. Startled, I cried out. She looked at me smugly. That is called marking. Now every other cat spirit knows you belong to someone. I touched the spot she had bitten. It did not hurt. Instead, it tingled pleasantly. Seeing Shen Bai's smug expression, I suddenly wanted to stroke her cat ears. And that was exactly what I did. She immediately relaxed. Her eyes narrowed as she enjoyed my touch. You too. Class has started. Teacher Lin's voice came from the doorway. We quickly moved apart. Shen Buyu hurriedly hid her cat ears. I sat up straight too, but I could not hide the smile on my lips. After school, Shen Buyu insisted on walking me home. She was utterly unapologetic about it. In case Bai Ningbing ambushes you on the way, you do not need to worry. Compared to Bai Ningbing, I prefer what? Shen Bai's ears immediately perked up. I prefer black cats. She huffed and turned her face away. Yet her tail swayed without her noticing. Halfway home, we really did run into an ambush. Bai Ningbing jumped down from a tree, landing directly in our path. I knew Senior would walk him home. Shen Buyu immediately went on guard. Bai Ningbing, what are you doing here? Do not be so tense. I just came to tell Fangzu that the Cat Research Club begins recruiting tomorrow. You have to come. Our club has not even been approved yet. It has now. Bai Ningbing waved the document in her hand. My uncle is the dean of students. Shen Buyu was too angry to speak. Bai Ningbing took the chance to lean close to me. See you tomorrow, Fangzu. With that, she quickly kissed my cheek. Then she leapt onto the wall and ran off. Bai Ningbing. Shen Buyu completely bristled. Her cat ears and tail stood straight up. Calm down. Calm down. She kissed you. Fuming, Shen Buyu grabbed my collar. She kissed my other cheek too. Now we are even. I froze. Shen Buyu froze too. Our eyes met. Her face grew redder and redder. She tried to explain, stammering. I mean, Buyu, are you? I do not know. Do not ask. She covered her ears and turned away. Yet the cat ears atop her head were still out. I reached over and stroked them. All right. I will not ask. See you tomorrow, my personal cat spirit. Shen Buyu did not object. Early the next morning, there really was a recruitment poster on the classroom bulletin board. It was covered in cat paw prints. Bai Ningbing's signature and a heart were in the bottom right corner. She works fast. Shen Buyu had appeared behind me at some point. She must have made it overnight. Ragdolls love all that fancy stuff. I turned to look at her and realized she had dressed up too. Her usually tied up black hair fell over her shoulders, and a cat-shaped brooch adorned her collar. You look lovely today. Her cat ears immediately popped halfway out. Oh, stop it. I only did this to keep Bai Ningbing from pulling tricks. I merely paid a little attention to my appearance. I stared at the cat ears that became more obvious the harder she pressed them down. Then you must be very happy right now. It is your fault for flattering me. She frantically pressed them down. Bai Ningbing came bouncing over. She wore a plaid skirt today, with 2 cat clips in her golden brown curls. Good morning, Fangzu. Bai Ningbing deliberately looked at Shen Buyu. Senior, you really made an effort today, but compared to a cool, aloof black cat, boys still prefer a sweet ragdoll like me. Shen Buyu's tail nearly popped out. I quickly pressed a hand to her shoulder. Bai Ningbing, enough. I am not messing around. Fangzu, remember to come to the club after school. I prepared lots of fun things. With that, while Shen Buyu was distracted, she kissed my cheek again and ran off. Shen Buyu's black tail instantly fluffed up. I quickly stroked her cat ears. Do not bristle. I will go with you after school. She slowly calmed beneath my hand, though she still would not let Bai Ningbing off the hook. Of course I am going. I cannot let her do whatever she wants anymore. All day, whenever Bai Ningbing came close, Shen Bulan would step in front of me. Yet Bai Ningbing never tired of it, constantly finding new ways to get close to me. The most outrageous moment came at lunch. Bai Ningbing brought over a plate of dried fish. She picked one up, about to feed it to me. Fang's you. Help me taste this. Shen Bulan snatched the dried fish away in one bite. Too salty. I was not asking you. He cannot eat things from unknown sources. What do you mean, unknown sources? My family makes these specially. The two began arguing in front of the entire class. Everyone nearby turned to look at me. Are they fighting over Fang's you? When did Shen Bulan and Bai Ningbing get so close? What is so great about that guy? Hearing the whispers, my face grew a little hot. Being publicly fought over by the Catgirls was troublesome, but secretly I was a little pleased. The dismissal bell had barely rung when Bai Ningbing rushed to my desk. Fang's you. Club activities are starting. I will take you to the club room. Shen Bulan grabbed my other hand. He is coming with me, and so I was escorted by two Catgirls, one on each side, into the club room beneath countless envious stares. The Cat Research Club had originally been an unused prep room. Bai Ningbing had covered it in cat posters. Cat bed cushions sat in the corners, with a cat tree beside them. You prepared all this? Yes, I worked until midnight last night. So, do you like it? You put a lot of thought into it. Shen Bulan gave a cold snort beside me. All for show. Then what did Senior prepare? Shen Bulan took a box from her backpack. When she opened it, inside was a neatly arranged row of cat-shaped cookies. Each one looked lifelike. You made these yourself? Yes, I made them last night. For once, she looked a little embarrassed. Her face turned red too. They are only cookies. Bai Ningbing's eyes shifted thoughtfully. Then she proposed a contest of feline traits. I would judge which of them was better. What kind of game is that? Do not tell me you are afraid to lose. Who is afraid? Bring it on. Bai Ningbing leapt onto the cat tree first. She walked along its narrowest bar to the top, then spun and jumped. She landed smoothly on the floor. A ragdoll cat's balance. Shen Bulan charged straight at the wall, kicked off it, and flipped. When she landed, not even her clothes were rumpled. A black cat's agility. Next, one showed flexibility, while the other showed pouncing. Bai Ningbing bent herself into all sorts of poses. Shen Bulan used an eraser on the desk as her target. Every strike hit dead on. Neither would admit defeat. They seemed determined to display every feline instinct. Watching from the side left me dizzy. I had never seen anything like it in my life. The final event. Bai Ningbing pounced down by my legs, clinging to my hand and rubbing against it. A contest of cuteness. Fang's you. I like you the most. As she spoke, she purred with contentment. Shen Bulan stood beside us. Her ears slowly flattened. After struggling with herself for a long time, she finally walked over. She lightly tugged the hem of my shirt. Hug me. That was all she said. I immediately held out my arms to her. Bai Ningbing instantly protested. Senior, you are pretending to be pitiful. Who is pretending? The Shen Bulan, who had just been so sweet and cuddly, immediately turned and began arguing with her again. I took the opportunity to slip aside, picked up a cat-shaped cookie, and had to admit, it was delicious. After club activities ended, Shen Bulan walked me home as usual. Halfway there, she pretended to ask casually, which of us did better today? I deliberately drew out my answer. Bai Ningbing is pretty good at acting cute. What? Her ears instantly shot upright. But I still prefer a certain cool black cat, especially when she tugged my shirt and asked for a hug. Shen Bulan blushed. She muttered quietly, who asked for a hug? Suddenly, the bushes beside the road rustled. Bai Ningbing sprang out again and blocked our way. Senior, lend Fang's you to me for 10 minutes. No. Shen Bulan seized my hand, then pulled me around and ran. Bai Ningbing chased relentlessly behind us. We twisted and turned through the streets, eventually hiding in a cramped storage closet. It was pitch black inside. Shen Bulan and I could only press tightly together. I could hear her breathing and smell the faint jasmine scent in her hair. She pricked up her ears and listened for a while. Is she gone? Shh. I think she is still nearby. When the footsteps outside faded, she finally spoke softly. She should be gone. That is what she said. But she did not open the closet door. Instead, she quietly took my hand. The closet was so quiet that we could clearly hear each other's heartbeats. Fang's you. Do you really prefer it when I act cute? Yes, it is really cute. Her voice was so soft I could barely hear it. Then I will only show you that side of me. The moment she finished speaking, someone suddenly pulled open the closet door. Bai Ningbing stood outside, looking at me, then at Shen Bulan, to flush to raise her head. So this tiny closet is where you were hiding. Shen Bulan and I quickly pulled apart. Bai Ningbing stood in the doorway, wearing a knowing smile. We were hiding from you. Shen Bulan grabbed me and rushed out. The next day during lunch break, Bai Ningbing somehow got hold of a fish and insisted on feeding me herself. Fang's you. She held a piece of fish to my mouth with her chopsticks. Shen Bulan snatched the chopsticks from her. Eat that piece of fish first. Senior, you stole it again. That is what you get for always coveting other people's things. The two argued, while competing to put food in front of me. Students soon crowded around our table to watch. Finally, Shen Bulan sat directly on my lap. She picked up a dried fish and said, feed me. The entire cafeteria fell silent. Shen Bulan, who was usually so aloof, was sitting on my lap in public, asking to be fed. My hand was a little stiff, but I still held the dried fish to her lips. After Shen Bulan bit down on it, she looked smugly at Bai Ningbing. That expression clearly said she had one. Bai Ningbing froze for a few seconds, then suddenly burst out laughing. Senior, you are done for. What do you mean? Done for. You have fallen in love. Shen Bulan froze completely. She even forgot to get off my lap. I quietly asked her, is what Bai Ningbing said true? She sprang off me. Nonsense. I just did not want to lose to her. Shen Bulan threw out those words and ran away. She did not even stay for lunch. Looking at the tips of her bright red ears, I could not help smiling. This cat girl who never said what she meant was just too adorable. Before afternoon classes, she finally returned to the classroom, but she did not dare look at me. Not until school ended did she slowly make her way to my desk. Do you still want me to walk you home today? Of course, my own personal cat demon. Her cat ears appeared again, but this time, she did not rush to hide them. That weekend, I had planned to sleep in, but that morning, my phone suddenly would not stop buzzing. Shen Bulan's name flashed on the screen. Still half asleep, I answered. Her panicked voice immediately came through. Fang's you. Something terrible happened. My parents know about us. I sat bolt upright. How did they find out? Last night, they saw that my phone was full of pictures of you. They even found my diary. A diary? You kept a diary about me. That is not the point. She was so anxious that her voice changed. My parents are furious. They said they would send someone to test you today. A test from a cat demon family. Did not sound like an ordinary family visit. Who did they send? The line went silent for a few seconds. Then Shen Bulan spoke in despair. My sister, Shen Bulan. She is 5 years older than me. She is a pure-blooded black cat demon. Her powers far surpass mine. She hates anyone who breaks the family rules. Ever since I was little, she has been my nightmare. Fang's you. You have to be careful. The call suddenly cut off. I shouted into my phone several times, but heard only a busy signal. Before I could figure out what to prepare, the doorbell rang. It was exactly 8:30. My parents were away that weekend. There was no need to guess who stood outside the door. The doorbell rang again. I hurriedly threw on some clothes, then shuffled to the door in my slippers. A woman in a black dress stood outside. She looked very much like Shen Bulan, but her amber eyes were colder. Her long black hair fell to her waist. Her features bore a striking resemblance to Shen Bulan's, yet her presence was far more icy. Fang's you? She asked only that, and I instinctively stood straighter. That is me. You must be Shen Bulan, right? She raised an eyebrow slightly, and replied with one question. Buyu told you? Without waiting for an invitation, she walked straight into the living room. She first swept her gaze around the room, her nose twitching faintly. I hurriedly cleared the things off the sofa. Would you like something to drink? No. Do you know why I am here? Buyu said. You were here to test me. Test you? Shen Bulan rose to her feet. Step by step, she approached me. I came to warn you. Stay away from my sister. A cat demon and a human can never be together. To her, you are nothing more than walking catnip. That truly stung. I stood my ground, not looking away from her gaze. I understand your concerns, but between Buyu and me, no buts. Her pupils narrowed into slits. Her sharp claw pressed against my throat. From today onward, you will not go near her again, or else. Shen Bulan suddenly stopped. She was too close to me. At last, she caught the scent of catnip. Her formerly sharp slit pupils slowly widened into round ones. That scent on you? Her expression shifted from coldness to confusion, then to obvious longing. What is this? How can it be so? She moved another step closer. Do not move. Let me smell you. I stepped back, and she followed me forward. The cat demon older sister who had just coldly warned me was now circling me, sniffing nonstop. This is so strange. No wonder Buyu. Just as she was about to move closer, a dull thud suddenly came from the balcony. Shen Bulan climbed through the window and rushed into the living room. She had run so fast, she nearly could not stop when she came in. Seeing her sister practically pressed against me, her tail puffed up at once. Sis, what are you doing? I came to stop you from doing something stupid. She ran over and grabbed my hand, pulling me behind her. You are not allowed to threaten Fang's you. Shen Bulan stepped back to paces and smoothed down her hair again. Buyu, what are you doing here? I only came to see whether this human deserves your affection. Shen Bulan watched her warily. Shen Bulan was silent for a few seconds, then turned and sat back on the sofa. Sit, let us talk this through. As she spoke, she looked at our clasped hands. Shen Bulan and I sat across from her. Buyu, you know the family rules. Our parents will never approve of you being with a human. I do not care about those rules. Shen Bulan clung tightly to my arm. For the first time, she made it clear in front of someone else. I like Fang's you. And it is not just because of his catnip constitution. My heart suddenly skipped a beat. After knowing each other this long, it was the first time she had said she liked me so plainly. Shen Bulan raised an eyebrow. Then what do you like about him? Shen Buyu's cat ears slowly emerged. He is very gentle. He comforts me when I am scared. He is only human, but he always wants to protect me. And she lowered her head, her voice growing softer. When he touches my ears, I feel safe. My ears burned at her words, but Shen Bulan suddenly smiled. She looked at Shen Buyu, then at me, held in her arms. She walked over and patted my head. His scent really is special. Fang's you. I will not oppose you two for now, but you must agree to one condition. Let me enjoy your scent once in a while, too. What? Shen Buyu wrapped her arms around my waist, her tail standing straight up. No. Fang's you is my personal catnip. I will speak for you when I get home. It is only fair that I get a little payment, right? Who asked for your help? Shen Bulan ignored her completely and began bargaining with me directly. She turned to me. What do you say? I will speak for you, and you let me rub against you once in a while. That is fair, right? Caught between the two sisters, I was torn. If I agreed, Shen Buyu would definitely be angry. If I refused, offending her sister seemed even more troublesome. Once a week, 5 minutes each time. Fang's you. Shen Buyu angrily bit my arm. Her sister raised the offer. Twice a week. 10 minutes each time. Impossible. At most, once a month. 3 minutes each time, and I have to be there. Hey, did you forget to ask me? The two sisters turned to me at once. Shut up. In the end, they settled on once a month. 5 minutes each time. Shen Buyu had to supervise the whole time. The two of them negotiated from beginning to end, without asking my opinion once. Shen Bulan held out her hand with satisfaction. Deal. Shen Buyu reluctantly high-fived her. I even began to wonder how exactly my life had turned into this. Once the agreement was settled, Shen Bulan stopped looking so stern. At lunch, she told nothing but embarrassing stories from Shen Buyu's childhood. Buyu was terrified of water as a child. Every bath was like a death sentence to her. Sis, do not tell him that. She even chased her own tail. After spinning herself dizzy, she threw up on Dad's favorite cushion. Shen Buyu lunged over to cover her mouth, but could not stop her. She simply buried her face in my shoulder and played dead. I could not hold back a laugh. Shen Buyu answered with a cat paw punch. After lunch, Shen Bulan prepared to go home. Before leaving, she called me to the door alone. Fang's you. Buyu has been innocent since childhood. Once she sets her mind on something, she does not change it easily. If you dare hurt her, I looked at her. I will not. I like Shen Buyu too. Shen Bulan stared at me for several seconds before finally nodding. Remember what you said today? She turned and took a few steps away, then looked back to remind me. About this month's 5 minutes. I will contact Buyu later. After seeing her off, Shen Buyu went limp against me like a boneless cat. You scared me to death. I thought my sister would tear you to pieces. She was just won over by catnip. Exactly. My sister is usually so aloof, but today she actually wanted to sniff you too. It makes me furious. I looked down at her. Jealous again? I am not. She denied it, but her tail curled around my wrist. After a quiet moment, she suddenly asked me softly, Fang's you. Do you really like me? Not because I am a cat demon? I cupped her face, making her look into my eyes. I like you. I like your cat ears and your tail, too. I like how you get all puffed up. It's still act tough. Shen Buyu stared at me for several seconds. Her cat ears slowly perked up, and her eyes lit up. Then she suddenly leaned in and gently kissed my lips. After kissing me, she tried to run, but I pulled her back into my arms. That's your reward for being so good just now. Then I'll be good more often from now on. Just as our faces were about to draw close again, my phone suddenly rang. Shen Bulan had sent a message. She said their parents had also sent a Siamese cat demon cousin to watch us in secret. Just how many relatives does your family have? Shen Buyu lay face down on my chest, looking miserable, and rubbed her cheek against my chin. Too late to regret it now. I held her close and sighed, yet I was perfectly content with it. The sunshine outside was just right, warming us both. Shen Buyu purred contentedly, curled in my arms like a real big cat. At that moment, I felt like the luckiest catnip in the world. 2 weeks later, Shen Buyu formally took me home to meet her parents. Before we left, she nervously twisted the hem between both hands, her cat ears trembling uneasily. Have you really made up your mind? My parents are much harder to deal with than my sister. What if they do not approve? My father is an elder among the black cat demons. My mother comes from the mongoose clan. They have always wanted me to find someone of our kind. I took her hand. We have to face them sooner or later. If they do not approve, we'll elope. Who said I'd elope with you? Shen Buyu protested aloud, but her tail curled around from behind and tightly wrapped around my wrist. I gave her hand a gentle squeeze. Do not worry. Given what happened with your sister, maybe my catnip gift will win them over. 2. Shen Buyu looked up at me. You're not planning to rely on your catnip gift again, are you? That is called making good use of my strengths. Her home was in the suburbs. The courtyard was filled with plants. A cobblestone path ran beneath our feet, and we could hear running water nearby. A bamboo fence surrounded the courtyard, with a small waterfall in one corner. The moment I praised how lovely it was, Shen Buyu gripped my hand tightly. My father likes this kind of traditional courtyard. They are waiting inside. The door had barely opened when the two people seated by the low table looked over at once. Her father, Shen, looked stern. Her mother, Shen Yuan, was far gentler. Shen Buyu tightened her grip on my hand. Father, mother, this is Fang's Yu, my boyfriend. I greeted the two elders. Shen merely gave me a cold glance. A human? Yes. Do you know that unions between demons and humans are forbidden by our clan? Shen Buyu was about to speak for me when her father stopped her. Buyu, I am asking him. I gently squeezed her hand. Mr. Shen, I know you have your own rules, but I am the one who is with Shen Buyu. I love her. What truly matters is the bond between us, not our species. Sweet talk. Shen pressed on with a cold expression. Do you think a mere catnip gift is enough to steal away my daughter? Before he could finish, his nose suddenly twitched. Shen Yuan beside him also lifted her head, searching for the source of the scent. Inside the enclosed tea room, my catnip scent was stronger than usual. Shen Yuan was the first to rise. She hurried over to me. This is the scent, the legendary catnip gift. It really exists. She circled around me and occasionally leaned close for another sniff. Shen still tried to maintain his elder's dignity, but black cat ears had already popped up atop his head. Fang's Yu, come closer. I had barely taken one step forward when he grabbed my shoulder and leaned in to sniff me. A moment ago, his face had been full of opposition, but now his slit pupils had gone round and wide. A pair of black cat ears stood atop his head as well. This is even better than what Buyu described. Shen Yuan shoved her husband aside. My turn. I froze in place, not even knowing where to put my hands. Father, mother. Shen Buyu stepped in front of me, holding each of them back with one hand. You two, get a hold of yourselves. Fang's Yu is the boyfriend I brought home. Shen Yuan still looked displeased. Why did you not tell us sooner that he smells this good? Shen claimed the other side of me, too. Exactly. You were keeping such a precious treasure from us. Shen patted my shoulder. Fang's Yu, as for you and Buyu, I approve. Shen Yuan raised a hand. But I have one condition. You must come to our home once a week. Mother, Fang's Yu is mine. He is not your communal catnip. It is only once a week. Your sister gets 5 minutes every month. Shen Buyu whirled toward me. My sister gets time too? You agreed to that. You were the one who negotiated it with her. I was just about to explain when Shen Bulan entered the tea room carrying a document. I heard Fang's Yu was meeting the parents today, so I came specially to lend my support. And I brought a family agreement. She placed the document on the table. Shen Buyu and I looked over at once. The title was perfectly clear. It was a plan to divide up my catnip time. Catnip resources are limited. It is best to divide them up in advance. I propose once a week, half an hour each time, with family members taking turns. I object. Shen Buyu pulled me behind her. He is my boyfriend, not a communal resource. At most, once a month, 10 minutes each time, and I must be present. That is too little. We are your parents. Shen Yuan and Shen refused to back down either. The tea room instantly erupted into chaos. Surrounded by fur cats, I could only raise my hand to interrupt them, for pairs of cat eyes turned toward me at once. Every Sunday from 3 to 5 in the afternoon will be family time. I will spend those 2 hours with everyone. The rest of the time, please respect my private space with Shen Buyu. Shen stroked his chin and considered it. Every week. Fine. Shen Yuan and Shen Bulan nodded as well. Only Shen Buyu was still glaring at me. I leaned close to her ear. This way, they will not bother us the rest of the time. All the remaining time will be yours. Her ears twitched twice. All right, then. She agreed reluctantly, but the corners of her lips were already curving upward. Once the agreement was settled, Shen Yuan went to prepare dinner. Shen pulled me aside to discuss plans for family time. Shen Bulan sat nearby, offering her input. Though Shen Buyu was still puffing her cheeks in anger, she could not keep the smile off her lips. At dinner, Shen began exposing his daughter's embarrassing past. When Buyu was little, she chased a butterfly and fell into the pond. She was soaked from head to toe like a drowned cat. She even treated my elder seal as a toy, rolling it beneath the sofa and making me late for a meeting. Father, do not say another word. Shen Yuan joined in with a laugh. When she was little, she would secretly sharpen her claws on the curtains. Mother, unable to stop her parents, Shen Buyu simply buried her face in my shoulder, pretending she heard nothing. I could not hold back my laughter, earning a cat paw punch from Shen Buyu. Before I left, Shen solemnly patted my shoulder. Fang's Yu, treat Buyu well. You may be human, but every cat in this family seems helpless against your scent. I nodded earnestly. Do not worry. Mr. Shen. I will. Shen Buyu insisted on walking me home. As we walked down the path beneath the night sky, she held my hand the entire way, her tail quietly curling around my waist. I never expected it to go so smoothly. I thought they would protest for months, at least. My catnip gift is just too powerful. Do not get cocky. She gave me a light pinch and snuggled closer to me. Still, thank you for being willing to face my family. I know it must seem strange to a human. For you, it is worth it. Shen Buyu rose onto her toes and kissed me with quiet sincerity. This time, it was not a shy, fleeting touch. Fang's you. I like you. Not because of the catnip, but because you are you. I held her close. I like you too, my cat demon sweetheart. She leaned into my embrace, purring contentedly. After we had walked a while, I suddenly remembered something her sister had mentioned earlier. What about that cousin who was watching us? Shen Buyu stopped short, her cat ears flattened guiltily. There was never any cousin. They just wanted to see whether you would get nervous. Shen Buyu. I reached over to tickle her, laughing. She dodged away. I am sorry. Who knew you would be so easy to fool? Beneath the moonlight, our playful silhouettes